Here is tonight's project. Let's get started.
Hello, welcome to Stampin' with Cheryl. Thank you for joining me again for my next video. Tonight we're going to make a birthday card, and it is going to be using the Ice Cream Swirl stamp set and also the Stampin' Cut and Emboss that goes with that. So inside here you'll see it has all the different things that you can cut out, and some of it embosses, which you will see in a minute. And then this stamp set has lots of great sentiments on it. There's make a wish, there's thanks for everything, hope your day is sweet, yum yum, and as you can see it's got ice cream, the cone, strawberries, donut, a little straw, some sprinkles, and a cherry. And again, you can stamp these, you can cut them out with the dies. It's really versatile. So for my card base, I'm using Bubble Bath. It is cut down the center of an 8.5 by 11 sheet at 4 1/4, and then that's by 11, and then I have scored it at 5 1/2. So we're going to burnish that with our bone folder. Then my next piece of paper that I'm going to use is the Flight Airy paper. So as a reference, for those who've already had this paper, and it came in the mini catalog. I believe it was the mini catalog. This is the Flight Airy. So this is the side that it looks like with the little bluebirds on it. I flipped it over to this purpley pink side. As you can see, I've taken some white paint and I've done some splattering on here. I was hoping to make it look like kind of like melted ice cream. So we're going to glue that down to the front. Now I have transferred my glue over into a little bottle just because it's easier for me to use that way. So I'm going to just put some glue on here. All right, and then we're going to put that down. And this piece is cut at, let me look at my notes. This piece is cut by 5 1/4 by 4. I'm just going to get that placed on there where I want it. Okay. And we've got that all down there like that. Then I've got some strips I'm going to put on next. So this is another strip from the Flight Airy Designer Series paper. It is another one of the pieces that has the birds. I'll show you a bigger piece of it so you can see which it came from. So this is the other side of that has the bigger birds on it with the flowers. But if you flip it over, it has this really pretty blue for the background. So we're going to glue that down next. I'm going to do that kind of not right really in the center, down just a hair from the center. And glue that down. And you only really have to hold it a second. It dries pretty quickly. Then the next strip that I have is from the A Little Latte paper collection of Designer Series paper. Now that paper you can get, it's an online exclusive, but it does come in a suite, and so you can get the paper, the die cuts, and the stamps for that. And you can go to my online store and look for online exclusives and you will see that. So I've just cut this strip. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you about the blue strip. The blue strip is cut at 3/4 of an inch by 4, and then this little strip here is cut at 1/2 inch by 3.5, and then I just cut a little tail on the end of it, and we're going to glue that down next. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is put on our focal point, which is going to be an ice cream cone. So when you use the die to cut out the ice cream cone, these are really cool because they cut and emboss at the same time. So I'm going to show you that die. So this is the ice cream cone base. And then there's a second piece that you can put, and you just put it right inside there like that. And then when you run it through your die cut and embossing machine, it does this all at once. It cuts it out and embosses it. So I really like that. It's kind of cool. And then there is also a score line here for you to fold that over, and you're able to make that into a thicker like little cone. You could always use this too as for other things, to make a shaped card that way if you wanted. If you didn't need a very big card, you can do what I'm doing. It's just using it as an ice cream cone and gluing it down. Just putting a little glue around there. So next, we're going to glue this to the card as well. So we'll glue it here on the back. And I'm going to glue that right down here on the edge. At the end, I'll show you some of those papers from A Little Latte that you can get online now. So then, to make the top of our ice cream, oh, and I didn't tell you, this ice cream cone is cut out of Pecan Pie cardstock, is the color that I used. So then next, we need to die cut the top of our ice cream cone. So it is another one that comes with 2 pieces. So what I did was I took just my plain white and I cut out the background of the white. So that's going to go on here like that. And then I wanted it to look like chocolate swirl in there. So this paper is the same as this little strip here. And it is from that A Little Latte paper collection that you can order. And so it cuts out just like this. And then when you get it out, you can put it on your ice cream like that. So we're going to glue this piece down to the white. And you don't have to glue like in every little tiny little crevice. I just do the bigger spots. And then maybe just a tiny little bit in a few of those sections that are really small. And that's why I transfer my glue into this little small bottle, because it's so easy when you have small pieces. And then you can just layer it on there and get it lined up just how you want it. That looks good. Then we will glue this onto the card next. Okay, and that's going to go right down on top of that, and it's going to just come to the very tip top of our card. We'll hold that down. Then also in this die set is a little strawberry. So I cut that out as well. So I'm going to show that to you. So there's this little tiny strawberry. And I cut it out. Now I just cut it out of white. And then I took garden green and did the leaves at the top. And then I used my Stampin' Right marker. And that is Melon Mambo that I used to color that in with. And then I just took actually a pencil and stuck it in my Black Memento ink and made all my little dots on my strawberry there. We're going to actually pop this up off of the card with some dimensionals. So I've got dimensionals here, and we'll put, I think it just needs one right there in the center. So put that there. Get it off. Oops. And then we will put our little strawberry right there. And then we are going to use the stamps to put our sentiment on. So the sentiment that I am using is "Hope your day is sweet." So I've got that on my block, and I have a big block. And then I am using the Memento black ink. So I'm just going to ink that up. Sorry, this part's off camera because it's easier for me to do over here. And you're just going to line that up and get it where you want it, and then straight down you go. Hold it there for a second. Push it down good. Make sure you don't rock it back and forth. It says, "Hope your day is sweet." And that is my card for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me show you a few of the different kinds of papers you can get from that A Little Latte collection. So this is the swirl paper that I used for my ice cream earlier. On the other side of it is coffee beans. Then there is, if you saw my video from yesterday, I used this plaid paper that is in there, and on the other side of it has coffee beans. My coffee cups were on my other card that I made yesterday, and I fussy cut those from this side of the paper. On the opposite side of that is a cute little background of all little coffee cups and some spoons. There is another piece of paper that has the more coffee cups all over. It's just different coffee cups there that you can see. On the other side of that is just like some little circles, so they look kind of like you've set your coffee cup down and left a circle somewhere, so that's kind of cute. Have not used that yet. Oh, and I like this one too. This one looks like coffee splatters, like you spilt your coffee somewhere. And on the other side of it is just a pretty striped paper that would go really well with the coffee cups, either one of those coffee cups, really. And then, oh yes, there's this one. This would make another good ice cream, because it has some pink and brown in it, so it almost looks like strawberry and chocolate swirl together. I really like that one. And then on the opposite side of it is the little hearts. So it's kind of like those shapes that you get when you go to the fancy coffee shops and they do the cream on top with the different designs. This is kind of what that reminds me of. So each of those papers, you get 2 of those, and they're 2-sided, and they all coordinate. So it's really easy when you go to make things to have everything that coordinates. So if you're interested in making some cards with coffee cup themes or coffee theme in general, hop over to my Stampin' Up website and take a look. I've got the online catalog is there. Our big catalog, our mini catalog runs through the end of April. As I've mentioned, there are a couple of online exclusives there. There's the Frogs and Friends kit that would be great to do with your children. And there's another one, and I don't remember the name of it right now. But we've got lots of great things going on. So I will put in my description the measurements that I used for all of this and what papers I used. And I really appreciate you joining me for this video. And don't forget to click on the like button, subscribe, hit notifications if you want to know when I post a new video. Thanks. Hope to see you again soon.